Let's just say you're sitting there at the table at the summit on Friday, and President Trump says, hey, Michael, I know you're a bigwig in the industry. What's the number one thing I should and shouldn't do with this reserve? What would you say?
Less than 24 hours until the first ever White House Crypto Summit. Smash the like button, send this video to one friend. March 7th is set to be a historic day. Billionaire crypto investor Brock Pierce, he's an early investor in Ripple, Tether, EOS, and many more crypto companies, says tomorrow, expect things to change forever.
The first ever crypto summit. It's on Friday. It's in the White House. What do you want to hear?
Well, I think it's the moment when we look back in history where we have a bit of a preview, but that's the moment where I think we're going to look at that date, March 7th. 2025 is the day where we went from being in the shadows to acknowledged and recognized by the greatest government in the world. And with that, the rest of the world will follow. So we're going to hear about the strategic reserve. We'll probably have greater sense. And I imagine there's going to be some additional announcements that are going to be just as exciting.
The Bitcoin Strategic Reserve plans are expected to be announced, confirmed by Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, also seemingly hinted at further this morning by crypto czar David Sachs. He posted, over the past decade, the federal government sold approximately 195,000 Bitcoin for proceeds of $366 million. If the government had simply held that Bitcoin, it would be worth over $17 billion today. That's how much it costs American taxpayers not to have a long-term strategy. And to go further, imagine how much 195 Bitcoin will be worth in the future. Now, right now, the U.S. still has 200,000 plus Bitcoin confiscated, valued at roughly $15 billion. Imagine how much this will be worth in the future. It's looking very likely that this is about to happen. Now, Trump has made it abundantly clear that he wants to support the crypto industry as a whole, not just Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, ADA, ETH. Even Michael Saylor expects more than just a strategic Bitcoin stockpile to be announced. I was surprised to hear Michael Saylor be so bullish on crypto in this clip.
Let's just say you're sitting there at the table at the summit on Friday, and President Trump says, hey, Michael, I know you're a bigwig in the industry. What's the number one thing I should and shouldn't do with this reserve? What would you say?
I would say the number one thing is lay down clarity amongst digital assets, because there's a lot of conflict and confusion because people misdefine the terms currency, commodity, security, token. I think the way to think about the industry is there's digital commodities, that's Bitcoin, an asset without an issuer. There's digital currencies like the stable coins. That's really important for US dollar supremacy in digital commerce. There are digital securities like tokenized stocks and bonds that will actually provide a capital efficiency and globalization for American securities. And then there are digital tokens, assets with issuers that provide digital utility that are very interesting and compelling. Their role is capital creation for the small and mid-sized companies that are blocked from the capital markets right now. I think that it's wise to capitalize a country or a company on a commodity, an asset without an issuer, something like a property. You could buy oil. Bitcoin is a commodity. I think that
XRP is attached to a company, Ripple.
I think that those are tokens, and we should have a regulatory framework to allow them to be issued because...
Issued, but in the reserve? Should they be in the reserve?
I think the emerging consensus in the industry is that Bitcoin should be the element in a strategic reserve over the long term for the country. But if you wanted to support various investments in a sovereign wealth fund, that would be up to the executive branch.
Okay, so let's be clear. I'm hearing you say the reserve fund should really have the tested one, and that is Bitcoin, and not Solana or Cardano or Solana.
And the important thing to keep in mind is Bitcoin is the one universally agreed upon foundational asset in the entire crypto economy because it's the asset without an issuer. It's neutral. 99% of the energy and the capital has flown into that one. But I want to be clear that the U.S. has the opportunity to be the leader in digital assets if they have a progressive framework that supports currencies, securities, and tokens as well.
But Bitcoin is volatile. ARK Invest's Cathie Wood says ignore the short-term noise. Bitcoin's long-term trend is not broken. Most TradFi investors, most of Wall Street, are still underweight Bitcoin and crypto. There's so much upside ahead of us. Listen.
Do you just ignore the moves in Bitcoin? I mean, we're seeing Bitcoin 27% off the highs. Does it matter to you?
We keep our eye on the prize. We have a 5-year investment time horizon. And if you look at the 3-year rolling average of Bitcoin's price movements, Bitcoin's appreciation, it has always been up on a year-to-year basis. So you take 3 years, average them, and then you're into the next year, you average the last 3. That has been going up every year. It has not gone down once. So, and if you look at some of the more traditional financial indicators, Sharpe ratios, Sortino.
Taking me back to my CFA books.
There you go.
With the Sharpe ratios.
You'll see what a fabulous asset it has been over time. And really, most people are still, maybe not at this conference, but most people in the traditional financial world are extremely underweight in not only this technology and asset space, but also underweight our other technologies. Why? Because we live in a world, especially since the tech and telecom bust in 2000, and even more so 2008, 2009, where people are scared to invest. They want someone to hold their hand, and that hand holding is called either passive investing or benchmark sensitive investing. And so those benchmarks typically don't hold our names. We're looking to the future, not to the past.
And more than that, the AI industry. AI is projected to grow 8x over the next 10 years. The AI industry will be using Bitcoin and crypto. AI is a nascent industry exploding with growth, just like crypto, and AI agents will be using Bitcoin and crypto, and that will be a catalyst for price appreciation too. Listen to Cathie Wood explain this.
You were early on Bitcoin. What's next?
Well, we feel we're early on the convergence among technologies idea, and the idea that the 5 major innovation platforms around which ARK created our company, so robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology broadly, and multi-omic sequencing in the life science space. Those 5 platforms involve 15 technologies, and they are converging and creating really explosive growth opportunities powered by AI. Now, AI is accelerating the rate of change of everything. And everyone, one of our mantras is get on the right side of change. And we give our research away because we want people to understand how their lives are going to change, how their children, their grandchildren, how their lives are going, how their grandparents' lives are going to change with autonomous mobility, right? So just trying to help people understand that. And then when we say powered by AI, we're going to have both from a personal point of view and a professional point of view, agents working for us, digital agents, right? This is AI at work, and as we do, they need the wherewithal to facilitate transactions, and some of them are going to be microtransactions. Guess what's going to be involved? Crypto assets of all shapes and forms. So we think Bitcoin has a very special place in the crypto asset world, and is going to be where most of the value in the crypto asset ecosystem is going to be derived. But we think that there are going to be other ways with smart contracts, so based on Ethereum and Solana, to enable some of these agents to get our work done, get our shopping done, taking the drudgery out of life.
Nobody wants to shop for their own clothes, right?
No. I hate it.
No.
I really do hate it. People don't believe that I hate shopping, but I hate it.
I can't believe how quickly everything is happening. Please tell me your thoughts on all of this in the comments section below. I know a lot of you were so bearish over the last couple weeks, probably thinking this would never happen. Now it looks like it is happening. Like I've been saying, my friends, 2025 will be a great year for crypto and beyond. 2025 and beyond will be great for crypto. See you tomorrow.